Namaste to one and all. Welcome back to another session of Science at Your Tips. Today we are going to discuss few question answers in our heat lesson in 7th class science. Let us start with the short question answers. Afterwards we will discuss long answers also. So the first question here we have, in which direction does the heat transfer normally takes place? Every time we have observed that from a hot body to a cold body, heat transfer will take place. Coming to the second question, what is the cause of heat generation in the following situations? Generally in our daily life situations, we can observe children, heat will be generated. Like when we are rubbing our hands one to the other, mostly we'll do this in winter season. So because of the friction created between the two hands, as some irregularities are there on our hands, friction is created. Because of that friction, heat is generated. Even in some engines, in some machines, in these also we can observe that because of friction some heat is generated. So here two situations are given for us in the question. Let us observe how this heat is produced. We apply brakes on our fast moving car. When we are applying the brakes, when we travel in a car, then we can observe that heat is produced. So how this heat is produced? What is happening here actually? When we make a car, the friction is created. This friction is created, and because of the friction, heat is generated. And coming to the second daily life situation, people often jump up and down to feel warmer in a cold weather. So whenever it is very cool outside, then generally you can observe some people will be jumping up and down. So why they are doing like that? How this heat is produced? Let us see the answer for this. Here the people are jumping up and down. So because of this, what happens? The fast blood circulation will be created. The blood circulation inside our body, the velocity of the blood which is moving, the speed of the blood circulation will be increased here in our body. Even with a simple massage also sometimes you can observe blood circulation will be increased. So same like that when we are jumping up and down, so because of the movement by the body muscles and all, the blood circulation also increases. So because of the fast blood circulation, heat will be produced in this case. Coming to the third question, state two types of physical changes that may take place when a substance is heated. We have seen already in our lesson that different types of physical changes and different types of chemical changes will occur whenever we are heating some substance. Like we have change in temperature, thermal expansion, change in physical state. All these are the physical changes, and new products also may be formed, like by decomposition of calcium carbonate, calcium oxide and carbon dioxide are formed. If you are heating lead nitrate, it may be converted into lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide, oxygen, like that. So here in this question they are asking only two physical changes. So we can write any two of the physical changes which we have learnt in the lesson. So here in the answer it's written change in temperature and change in state. Along with that you can write thermal expansion also. Okay. Next, coming to fourth question. In what ways does the clinical thermometer differ from ordinary thermometer? So here you know already that clinical thermometer and ordinary thermometer, these two if you observe, they are having their difference in the function. So what is that? Ordinary thermometer is used for measuring the humidity, but clinical thermometer is used for measuring the temperature of a human body. So that is the main difference between our clinical thermometer and also ordinary thermometer. Coming to the next question, state the different modes of heat transfer in the following. Here different types of situations are given for us, and in that what type of heat transfer is there we have to identify. Already we have seen in our lesson three different types of heat transfer: conduction, convection and also radiation. In conduction process we have seen medium is required. There is no movement of particles of the medium when heat is transferred. Convection is the process when medium is required, particles are moving from one place to another place. And third type, radiation is the process when this medium is not at all required. So that three types we have already seen. So based on that knowledge, let us identify in these situations what type of heat transfer is there. So first type of situation is given here. In this situation, let us identify what is that heat transfer is. So here a paper cup is kept on a table. A paper cup is kept which is having hot soup. After some time, after some hours or after even 5 or 10 minutes also can observe, it will become somewhat cold. So why it is becoming cold? Because heat transfer is taking place. How heat transfer is taking place? What is that mode of heat transfer here? That is convection. Convection is a process whenever a paper cup is kept on the table, it is going to become somewhat cool. The process name is convection process. And coming to the second situation, daily life situation, here it is given. Let us identify what is that and also what is the mode of heat transfer. Cooking vegetables in a pan. On your gas stove, when you are cooking, when your mother is cooking vegetables, you can observe she'll be using only pan which is made up of a metal or mixture of metals which is known as alloy. So why she is using that? Because here conduction process will be taking place. Because of that, her cooking will be easier. So this metal absorbs the heat and it transfers the heat to the vegetables and vegetables will be cooked. Not only vegetables, children, even when we are boiling milk, when we want to heat water, when we want to boil water, then also we'll be using the metal bowls. So their conduction process is taking place where metal is, that is a material is required. Then coming to melting of chocolate. Melting of chocolate bar inside the school bag on a hot day. Sometimes when it is outside, when it is very hot outside, sometimes after your friend give some chocolate for you on her birthday or on his birthday, you might have forgotten. So while going to home, you remembered and you wanted to eat the chocolate. But what happens? It may be like a jelly or it may be like some liquid because of the heat transfer which is taking place. So what is the mode of heat transfer which is making you so disappointed? Because you wanted to eat the chocolate? No. So we'll see what is that heat transfer. Next time you may be careful. So here we have the process, the mode of heat transfer here taking place which is making you so disappointed is radiation process, where any material is not required but heat transfer is taking place. Okay, so next time be careful, children. Don't forget the chocolate inside your bag. So it is going to melt. Okay, now cooking food in a microwave oven. This is totally different from the cooking of vegetables or cooking some food in the pan on the stove. Here we wanted to cook the food material in a microwave oven. So in microwave oven, whenever we are cooking something there, we'll not be using any metal mostly. Nowadays some people are using metals also, but mostly will not be using the metal bowls which we use on the stove. So here what happens, how this cooking of food material is taking place inside the microwave oven. Here inside the oven, two different processes will occur, both convection and also radiation. Because of these processes, we are able to cook the food inside the microwave oven. Okay. Now, next situation we have here. What is meant by sea breeze and how does it occur? So we have seen already in our lesson two types of breezes, land breeze and also sea breeze. These are the types of wind which is flowing from the land onto the sea or onto the water body and from the water body onto the land. So when does it occur? That is also very important here. Let us see first of all what is a sea breeze is and when does it occur. So generally what happens, water will get heated up slowly compared with the land. During daytime, water will get heated up slowly compared with the land. So because of this, what is happening here, the area whichever is present above the land will be getting the heated up more quickly compared with the water. So because of this, the cooler air above the sea, the cooler air whichever is present above the sea, whatever is present here, then what happens, it will rush to take its place. The cooler air from above the sea will rush into this place to take its place. So because of this, we are saying this process as sea breeze. On the land, whatever the air is there, it is absorbing the heat. It is becoming more hot compared with the area above the sea. Water body, whatever is there, it is not going to get the heat so fast. So the area whichever is present above the land, the air which is present above the land will get the heat energy. It will absorb the heat energy more fast and it will travel upside. So here what is happening, some vacant place is taking place, vacant place is created. So on sea, whatever the water bodies, water molecules are there or air is there, that air will rush into this place. Wherever vacant place is created on the land, into that place it will rush. So this process is known as sea breeze and it is occurring during daytime. Okay. So up to here we have completed short question answers. In our next session, we'll see the remaining long question answers whatever are there in our lesson. Okay children.